Hello, my name is Doug Eaton, originally from Liverpool. For the last 30 years I've lived in Sussex. As an associate with the CLA, I'm delighted to be able to tell you briefly today about me and the lectures that I offer. I first went on cruises over 35 years ago when I was on the Norwegian-American Vista Fjord, which I believe is now called the Saga Ruby. I was looking for venues to run conferences, and cruises looked an interesting way of doing it. Since then I've done many cruises in the Med, the Caribbean, the Nile, the Far East. I've always been a bit of a show-off. One of the first cruises I went on, I entered the ping pong competition and the talent show. I won the ping pong, but only came second in the talent show. After university, my business career started in marketing with Unilever. I've worked in many different industries: cosmetics, food, house building, leisure, which got me around the world. But what about lecturing? I've always enjoyed standing up in front of people, training sessions, spoken at conferences, and it all started with a rock band. Liverpool in the 1960s, we played in the Cavern Club alongside the Beatles, and music's always been part of my life. I still do play music: smooth cocktail, raucous piano bar stuff, sing-alongs. Today I also give talks to Rotary, WI, Probus. So what lectures do I offer? First one, The Fascinating World of Commemorative Plaques. And this is based on a book that's being published called London Plaques, 5 Fascinating Walks. There are walks on plaques and there are books on walks. In this lecture we look at the history of blue plaques, which account for about 2/3 of all the plaques, but there are also green ones and red ones and black ones, and these are all included in the talk. Who sponsors plaques? What's the criteria for selection? What links Handel and Jimi Hendrix together? What connects Beau Brummel to Sir Anthony Eden? These and other fascinating stories will be revealed. Second lecture is Fighting for Women's Rights in the Developing World. I've worked with Oxfam as an advisor for the Economic Development Programme, and it's taken me to Uganda, Nigeria, Romania. I've been 6 times to Palestine the last couple of years and just come back from my second visit to the Philippines. Oxfam helps people to work their way out of poverty. They invest where others don't. They have a private equity approach to building sustainable businesses. Oxfam is tackling the opportunity by specifically giving women the chance to earn money in this very challenging environment. If I share with you what I've been able to achieve, and we meet some of the women farmers. This enterprise has changed my life, and I earn enough money now to send my children to school, is what one lovely lady said to me recently. We see different cultures, beautiful parts of the world, both on and off the tourist track. It's certainly not gloom and doom, it's a success story. And now for something completely different. Third lecture, what was Granny up to 100 years ago? John Betjeman said, when you understand the past, the confusion of the present becomes clearer. We look at life 100 years ago and sometimes think, well, how much has really changed? I use examples of advertising that look at travel and transport, food and drink, toys and games, clothes and fashion, and the world of entertainment, films and music. And with the music, I start off the whole lecture by playing the piano with some songs from the 1890s and the 1900s, and finish the whole session off with Oh You Beautiful Doll, Who Were You With Last Night, Alexander's Ragtime Band. Fourth lecture, Once Upon a Pantomime. I write pantomimes. Oh no you don't. Oh yes I do. We look at the history of pantomimes, the origins of some of the popular stories. Jack and the Beanstalk, Cinderella, Babes in the Wood, Mother Goose. Men dressed as women, women playing men. Where did all that come from? I look at America. Do they do pantomimes? They certainly do. They've been doing pantomimes since 1867. Why did I begin to write pantomimes? Well, I tell you why, and the learning process of how you actually put the whole thing together. And we look at some of the results, some video footage of these shows. Fifth lecture, I was a timeshare shark. How I got involved with timeshare? I look at the history of timeshare. What happened when America demanded that the salespeople had licenses in the 1980s? We meet some of the good guys and the bad guys of the industry. The scams to get you to the sales presentations, the heavy sales techniques that were used. At one stage I was known as the Saddam Hussein of the timeshare world as I tried to sort it out. And then we look at the timeshare world today. Disney are in it, Marriott hotels. So there's 5 of my lectures that I'd be delighted to offer to you. I'm sure that you'll be enlightened by them, and I know you'll be entertained.